Good morning. Welcome to the Got Whips podcast. We are a podcast about knitting and crocheting and other shenanigans that we get up to. This is episode number 60. It is Friday, January 28th. My name is Heather. I'm coming to you from Southern California, where I live with my husband, 3 kids, and my mom.
Good morning, everybody. I am Nicci. I am coming to you from Berlin, Wisconsin, where it's a balmy -6 degrees right now. I live here with my husband, my son, my grandmother, and my dog. Well, our dog, but whatever.
He's your dog. We would like to welcome new and returning viewers. We both really appreciate you all hitting the subscribe button and joining our shenanigans every week. If you are not subscribed, but you enjoy our show, we would like you to hit the subscribe button, turn on the bell notifications, and press the like button. It really helps get us out there to the world.
Sorry, I was pulling up the calendar for February. Yes, but Heather all said, we really enjoy everybody who's been coming over and joining us. I know we got quite a few viewers again between the last podcast and this one. So thank you for joining us. Where am I going now? Admin? Sorry. What am I going to say? The KALs. That's what I was going to talk about. So yes, admin for us is, Heather, are you here with us? Nope. Are you back?
I am, but I think
Okay.
I don't know what she said.
It's fine. I was trying to figure out what I was going into with admin, so sorry for that technical glitch on us there for a second.
Sorry, it was my fault.
It took me by surprise that she wasn't talking back, but okay.
Me too.
For our first KAL I will talk about is our Sock It To Me. It's a monthly one, and you just have to enter a pair of socks. It can be any length, shorty, or the no-shows are up to your knees if that's what you like.
Mhm.
And every month we will close the thread on the at midnight and then start a new one. And
Yeah,
all of our KALs you can enter on Ravelry if that's accessible to you, or on Instagram, or our email that's always linked down below. And you can double dip with the Instagram and Ravelry. So you know. And we always use all the hashtags are always down below also in the link.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And our Ravelry group is also linked so that you can go right over there from the podcast as well. So the socks, you get 2 entries if you use Area 51 for this whole entire year. Our first month is coming to an end on Monday, so we have quite a few entries and hope to get some more. And remember, if you do each month throughout the whole year, we do normally have a special at the end of the year for those people who make 12 pairs. And then the other one that I will talk to you about is the designer of the year, which is Melanie Berg. So anything that is in her patterns that you knit or I don't think she has any crochet.
I don't think so.
But if anything you knit with her designs, enter it over there. You can double dip. If she has socks, you can put in the sock. If she has something that you're making just for yourself, we have the selfish KAL going on right now too, so you can enter it in both of those. Anything that was started before this year, as long as it wasn't more than like 10%, we'll take it, no worries. You have all year to knit it, but we are drawing quarterly prizes, and our quarter will end on March 31st. So the new, the winner for that will pop up on our first episode of April. And I just want to mention, I got my calendar while you were frozen there for a minute, Heather. February 19th is our Zoom knitting. So we will talk about that. I just wanted to mention it now so that we don't forget to mention it.
Right, exactly. Thank you. Yeah, and like Nicci was saying, the percentage or the amount that your project was completed before, if it was started before January 1st, we're going on an honor system here, guys. I mean, if it was, I mean, if not a lot of progress made, that's what we're looking for. I know that some of her projects can be quite time consuming, quite large. So, I mean, if you started a shawl and it was not a lot done, then it's fine. Go ahead and enter that into it. Yeah, so I just want to put that out there. We're not gonna go and check your start date and your progress date and all that stuff on your Ravelry page. We're not, no.
Well,
Nobody
there's
has time for
projects
that.
that I had started 2 years ago and they're still just this
Yeah, me too. So we're not, no
much.
worries.
No judgment.
No judgment at all. So the first one I'm going to talk about is no, you can't have it. This is our selfish knit along that we have going on. It started the 26th of December and it is going until the end of March. So the thread will close March 31st and we'll draw a prize the beginning of April. It is only the 1/4. So I had a message, somebody asked me about that on Instagram. It is only the 1/4. Well, a quarter and a month and a half, or a half a month. But yeah, it's just for that. So get your stuff in. Anything. It could be any project that you're making for yourself. Anything. It's not really not specific to knit or crochet or anything. Just stick it in there and we will draw prizes and we will be enabled by you. Our next one is our whip challenge. As you know from our whip episode, Nicci and I have quite a few whips on our needles and we both have goals for this year to get them cleaned off. I am failing, but that's okay. Right off the bat, January, first month failing. That's okay. It's
You have
not
11
over
months. You have 11 months.
It's not over yet. I could pull through, but it's highly doubtful. Anyways, so our whip challenge, there's actually 2 threads for our whip challenge. The first thread that we would like you to enter into is our chatter thread. Count up all your whips, set your goal. If you have 13 whips and you decide that you want to get 7 of them off your needles, go ahead and set that in our chatter thread. That is a place where you can cheer each other on, talk about patterns. If you see somebody posting something in the thread and want to ask a pattern or question, please ask that over in the chatter thread. And then our second thread will be the FO thread. Once you have completed a project, stick it in the FO thread. If you do have a certain number for your whips, please enter this is number X of X, just so we can keep track. You will get a double entry if you complete your goal. This is going to be drawn, it's a year-long KAL, but we're going to draw prizes every quarter. So this current quarter will end on March 31st and we'll draw prizes the beginning of April.
Yep. And we do hold places for the ones who sent us emails for that and for Instagram.
Yes, we do write all that stuff down and enter it into the KAL.
Yep.
For you guys. So FOs, I have none.
I have several. So I will start with my biggest finished FO. Last time you saw these, they were here, and I went to the toe, and then I inserted both the heels at the same time. And I did get these ones to match.
What is that colorway?
This is Night Owl Fibers and her Vintage Christmas.
Oh, right.
And the sock blockers are from Arkansas Yarn Co.
You got a few color repeats in there. Those are pretty.
Yep.
Is that Lori's?
Yeah, these are Lori's
signature
Arkansas
design?
Yarn Co. That's her design.
Mm-hmm.
I like these half ones from the shorty socks.
I know I need to get some. I keep saying I need to get some, but I haven't yet.
I will take my stitch marker back from that in a second. Then I decided to work on some washcloths because last year I took a break from washcloths, and I've decided that I'm going to do one a week so that hopefully I end up with 52 at the end. And I held the sugars and cream. I don't know if you see that there.
Yeah.
With
it's really
the fuzzy stuff is Red Heart Sparkle Scrubby, that rough stuff. And I
Mm-hmm.
didn't want to hold it alone. So this one was mine. That was the first one I made. And I used my original recipe and I was like, oh, this is huge. So then I changed it. So then I made another one like that. And the peaches and cream. And then I made this one out of a Bernat cotton.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Red Heart Sparkle, because I received that as a gift from the Sunday group that I go knit with. And this is a black one. And I love this yarn. I love this cotton from Hobby Lobby and the red scrubby. And then,
you use black yarn for that?
yeah, that's black.
Wow.
I love this cotton from Hobby Lobby. And this is the same black. I love this cotton with the white sparkle.
Wow. That's
Crochet.
crazy.
Yeah. So these are actually, I'm going to give all 4 of these away to the person who gave me those 2 balls of yarn.
Mm-hmm.
And then keep just the one. So far, 5 weeks into the year, and I have that goal. And then my last finished FO is I'm doing a crochet block of the month with Around the Table yarns that starts on Monday. And I just wanted to see if I could do the first one on my own. So I'm going to make a couple of these because I'm using fingering weight. Everybody else is going to be using, I think, worsted.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just going to make like a keepsake baby blanket. So I'm just using scraps. That is all my FOs.
So before we jump into, sorry, things are falling. Quick. Before we jump into whips, I do have a half finished object.
Yay.
Completed object because, well, you'll see. So I finished one of my January socks. This is it. It has the heel. It is completely finished. This is where I was here. The last time you guys saw it, I finished up the foot and added my toe. I don't make a pointy toe. Excuse me. I decrease every other round until I have 18 on each needle, and then I kitchenered up. But I went ahead and kitchenered it. We wove in my ends on my toe, not my cuff yet, and that's what it looks like.
Very pretty, Heather.
This is Area 51 in last January's colorway. It's Are You My New Daddy? James loves that name. So that's what I am. That's what I was.
Got a few more days to finish the whole set for January.
Yeah, we have an event tonight and tomorrow, so hopefully I can get enough done.
Sorry, my neck is cramping up.
Your turn.
My turn. I have no hose, so I'll talk. Do you want me to talk? I thought you were going to talk about your whips first, or
No, you can go ahead.
okay. So my first whip is what I'm working on while Heather was talking. This is a pair of socks from my husband Justin. He likes 2x2 rib for my life, 8 inches, and then I do a heel cut in, but this time Heather's helping me learn the shadow wrap, so I'm going to try that on this next pair, and then I will finish out his foot. The yarn is from LMK Designs from Lisa, and this was just a green she dyed up for me on zebra striped.
Very cool.
Am I gonna keep going?
Yeah, do one more.
Okay. My other sock that I started was on Monday, and Sock Club with, again, Around the Table Yarns, and they are doing, I always say this, the name backwards. The vanilla is the new black.
Mhm.
So I'm to the heel now. And this again is LMK Designs yarn, but I'm just trying to show you this. I did 10 rows of 1x1 twisted rib. So that's a modification in the pattern. And then I did 10 rows, and now I'm going to start my heel. Kim is doing this also with me with her yarn shop in the class, and she did her normal. I think she said 15 before she started the heel, and she wishes she wouldn't have done as much. That's why I stopped where I was. So this is like a mauve with the twisted zebra from LMK. So that is all in that bag.
Okay, so I did cast on my second January sock. This is, I already put my yellow marker in here because I'm showing it to you now. So I did my cuff and I am into my leg, and I'm just gonna transfer over my stitch markers as I come to them, instead of adding new ones. So I have not counted to see where I am yet, but I know I'm into the leg.
All right, my next one, living in the medium size snap bag that we make, is, oh, it's stuck. Sorry, guys. My sweater for the first, this is Jared Flood's, the first Raglan sweater. Doing this with Darn Yarn in Minnesota on Wednesdays. It's a 4 in 12, so 4 sweaters by the end of the year. I was here last time you saw it. So I'm still working on the increases for the arms. I got, I think, 10 more increase sections, and then I will split for the sleeves and try it on.
Yeah.
The yarn I am using is Sheep G's from Around the Table, and the color crafter, the gray is $10.99, and the pinky is $18.27. So.
Okay. How many more you got?
2, 3.
Okay, do one more.
Okay. The next one is living in the medium clear zipper bag. This is Around Every Corner. This was a knit along that Dude Knits was doing. Sorry for the clinking of the needles.
It's still going.
Yeah, till Monday.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe I can finish this out this weekend. But this is all my leftover yarn from, what was that called? Shawl, no, that was last year's. The MCAL from this year's Stephen West. That has just escaped me. But so these two colors, this one here is Neon Lime from Perennial, and the Perennial from Woolen, Helborn Woolens.
Yeah.
The light gray is Silver from them, and then this pink was a Lolo Did It Mini. And then it'll go back into my leftovers. So I'm just going to be starting.
Yeah, this one is called Shawlography.
Was it? Okay.
Yeah.
I had it right. Yay.
You had it right. Because I have my this is my Shawlography.
Gotcha.
Haven't done anything yet. Well, I have, but not for a long time. So my next one, my last one, because I have not been doing a ton of knitting and I need to do better.
Life happens.
It does. I just, not that, okay. Not that I wish anybody to have stress. especially you, but when I get stressed and overwhelmed, I recoil and shut down. When somebody, other people that I know get stressed and overwhelmed, they tend to work more and I don't. And I feel like I don't want to shut down and recoil, but that's what I do. So it's been a week. Let's just say that. I'm glad it's Friday.
Yes.
Hopefully next week will be better. Hopefully, but yeah. So this is my Mnemomma sweater.
Oh my goodness. Sorry guys that I'm not staring at the camera, but I'm looking at her sweater.
This is a pattern by Pip and Pin. They are also the designers of the Noni sweater that I really want to get back on the needles. I ripped it out because I had issues with it. So this, I don't know if you'll be able to see this, and I apologize for the clinking, but this is metal needles on a wooden desk. Here was
Yep.
where I was last time that you saw it. And I'm into the body now. Obviously, I've separated for the sleeves. And the pattern is very intuitive now that I've done all of this for the, the yoke. But I feel like I'm going slower than I was for the arm, for the yoke. So
Gotcha.
we're just I need to buckle down and get some work done on it.
It's
Put
so
on
pretty.
some Netflix and thank you. Put on some Netflix and go. I really enjoy it. And this is out of Soft and Sleek TK that is from Hobby Lobby in the Irish Rain colorway. Yes. I always say forest rain colorway, not the forest rain colorway. And it personally, for my gauge, I am getting gauge. This pattern is written for a fingering weight yarn. So I am getting gauge with that. So it is an affordable sweater quantity, in my opinion, and it's nice. I like it. So that's all I got for you today.
One second. I didn't pull I'm about to lose all my crochet that I did last night.
Don't do that.
I've been on a really big crochet endeavor.
Yes.
That's like all I want to work on.
It is.
So last time you saw my corner to corner was down there by the little penguin. And I have now started just going growing up instead of widthwise.
Mm-hmm.
So there's my little corner where I started doing that. Like I just started that last night. But this is my Christmas corner to corner. And I'm making it for myself. So I will move my little guy up here. Give me 1 second, guys. Sorry. I only have one more, and that is my Fanta stitch. And if you guys were wondering what this is made of, it's basically just red heart scraps that I have here in the house.
Mm-hmm.
On top of me wanting to clear off some needles and everything, I wanted to use up some of my yarn this year. And so my Fanta stitch is out of Mitchell's Creations. This one's for Tara from Mitchell's Creations. Last time you saw it, it was up here by the top of the snowman. So I'm almost done with section 3.
Cool.
So none of the colors have repeated yet. I think I have 2 more colorways before they start repeating.
Mm-hmm.
Are being used in different color schemes together. So moving right along on that. It is really, really different compared to using the variegated yarns like I did on the other 2.
Right, exactly.
So I can't wait to see how it turns out.
Me too. I'm excited for that one.
Yeah, that is all of my works in progress.
Sorry, I feel like I'm gonna sneeze. So I have a question that I want to present to you and our podcast viewers, and she's looking at me weird because I did not say anything to her about this beforehand. So like I said in my goals video, no, it wasn't our goals video, it was our work in progress video. I don't know, we recorded so many videos that week, it was a little jumbling. My goal per month is to make a pair of socks out of my Area 51 yarn, because Lord knows I have a ton of it and I'm continuously buying it. I'm not going to stop. Hashtag sorry, not sorry. To then take the leftover yarn and make a mini sock, a mitered square, and a barnyard raising square. So I'm working on the sock. I did have quite a bit of yarn, because I ended this sock on this teal color.
Okay.
Well, I started this one just using a bit of that teal color. So I had, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 color stripes to pull off.
Right.
Before I was at the place to start this sock, which I did. I started in the exact same spot. And the way that I do that is I make a slip knot right at the color change. Gotcha. And I use the tail of the previous color to do my German twisted cast on. And then I use the ball to do the other side, obviously. And then I start knitting, so that every time when I'm doing a pair of socks, they match, and I don't have to worry about measuring and making sure that I have enough for the cast on. You know what I mean? So that's just putting that out there. That's how I do it. So I was using KF Jones pattern bookmark for Dobby.
Okay.
Which I have made that pattern before, and it's a good pattern. I own the pattern. And it might even be a free pattern. I don't remember, but I own the pattern. So it just came out a little small. And I spent the better part of a day and a half knitting it. And it was so small, so finicky. It was really complicated to do. Now, granted, I know that I could go up a needle size. I was using size 1s. I could make it bigger. But I'm wondering if anybody out there and you have an idea for maybe using like a baby sock. And if you could point me in the direction of a pattern just so that I can get the numbers. I'm going to do a vanilla sock. And I'm going to try and use the shadow wrap heel pattern. So I'm not going to do like a heel flap and gusset just for these socks. I mean, they're
go ahead.
They're going to end up being Christmas decorations.
Okay.
So they don't have to be, I mean, they're never going to be worn. You know what I mean? So
I know that Knitting X-Pack has a kid sock. I don't remember if it's a free pattern or not, because I own it and I don't remember if I paid for it or if it was, but I know she has, when she had Layla, she came out with toddler socks and infant socks. I thought it was a free pattern.
So it does go small enough.
Yeah.
That it's not going to be like.
And otherwise, I know I have a booked one that I made for Warren and Harvey when they were born. And it was out of like, what, those books that the One Skein Wonder books?
Yeah.
It was out of there. So I have that too, that I could give you the numbers. While you're doing this as a vanilla, I can give you the numbers that they used.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to do a vanilla. I don't want it.
I mean, and those socks were tiny. I mean, it was this big. I mean, they were tiny.
Yeah, I don't want anything to be too tiny. Like, I felt like the ones I was doing was too small and too finicky.
These weren't finicky. I did them I did the whole pair in a day. And it was when I was a brand new knitter.
Okay.
And like it fit in the palm of my hand. So maybe the ribbing was from here to here, and then the actual sock was here. they look cute and fat, like little feet, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But it was because I used their heel, and it wasn't a heel. I think it was a heel flapping gusset even.
Mm.
So, but it was like 2 inches of 2x2 ribbing, and then do the heel, and then pretty much I think I knit for like 4 rows, and then it was you're doing the star decrease toe.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Like these are supposed to be fun, easy, not worried about things, but
right.
I feel like I wasted time that I could have been knitting something else because it didn't work out. And it's not anything to do with the pattern or I've made them before. I've used the pattern before. Honestly, I don't remember what I did differently this time, but it definitely was a different.
So this is where Nicci is going to insert her sarcasm and say, if you would have had notes on your project page.
No, I don't, and whatever. So, yeah, please comment below. Send me a message on Instagram. Send me a message on Ravelry. However you would like to send me a message for your input, I would greatly appreciate it. And if you get a message back on YouTube from the same name as my Instagram, which is Enmmomma, it's me. My personal YouTube channel is the same as my personal Instagram. Yeah. So that's it. Just want to put that out there and see if anybody can help me out.
And I wanted to say something to about our whips when you said about all of our whips and how I told you guys some of them are just this much. One of my friends brought up to me, like, they use the Q on Ravelry for everything they're want to do. I think she's right. Where I cast it on and put it in a project bag, and I use my whips as my cue of like, this is what I want to make. And that's why I end up with like 40 things on the needles, but you only see, 5 or 6 until they're done. I think that's how I get all these whips. So Carol, you were right. I really do believe that my whips are my cue.
Yep, I agree. I was there when she said it, and I told her then I agree.
So
I agree wholeheartedly.
Yep. I have no acquisitions this week.
No,
I've been behaving.
I've been behaving, but I have no acquisition.
So I think that's all we have for them this week.
Yeah, I still have not received my Area 51 order.
Nor have
I'm
I.
about to place another one. Yay.
I will have acquisitions next week because I did purchase something with a friend and she received it, so I will pick that up on Sunday from her to save on shipping. So I will have something next time.
And do you want to mention quickly about the kits?
Oh, I wanted to bring one up here, but I didn't. And I was going to bring one up wrapped, Heather. I wasn't bringing it up to show them. Yeah, and next week, Thursday, all the Valentine's Day kits will go out. Everything is now in-house. We have received everything we were waiting for. Everything has been sewn and put together. So we are just waiting for the 3rd to give. We thought about mailing them out sooner, but then we thought, well, what if somebody's waiting to purchase theirs? And we didn't want any spoilers to go out before the 3rd. So we will put them all in the mailbox on the 3rd. So if you haven't gone over and purchased yours, please do so. We have 6 left over still, and otherwise, yeah, if you're waiting to see what they are, people will probably start sharing them. I'd say the closest we have a couple here in Wisconsin, so you could see them as early as the 5th up on Instagram from people.
Yeah, and we will show them on the podcast after I mine.
Yep.
Because I'm probably the furthest from you, I think. So I want to be completely surprised. This is my first kit that I'm getting. I mean, I've received things from her, obviously, but this is the first mystery kit that I'm getting from her. And
Yep.
even though I did contribute to the kits, I kept it like the information that we got, that we passed back and forth about the kits, you know, that came from her and Lisa, was very minimal. And we we tried very hard to keep it as much of a secret as possible. So there's things in the kit that I have no idea what they are, and I want to keep it that way. So I'm going to stay off Instagram as much as I can to not see those things. And like she just mentioned, if she had remembered to bring one up today, she would have brought up an already wrapped one just so that I wouldn't be spoiled. So once I get my kit, I will post on Instagram my
The only thing I can tell you guys for the yarn is 5 minis instead of a full skein. So, because I knew Heather did know that at one point. I think she forgot.
I did.
Yeah. But so if that's your jam. But there's nice things going in this one, guys. And we've already started we've already cut out the summer one that we're doing and planned what's going in it. And then we have everything planned for the rest of the year. I'm excited to see where these are going.
Me too. And I am gonna get my fingers busy stitching stuff up. So yeah, I'm excited for the new year. I'm excited that we're working together and putting our stuff out into the world. And we hope that you love it as much as we do, because it has definitely been a labor of love for this. What was that face for?
A notification just popped up on the thing and I didn't know what it said. And I was looking at it like, please don't stop.
Yeah. So anyways, on that note, we will wish you a happy weekend, happy week next week. And yeah,
I'll come to you on February 4th.
February 4th. February 4th will be episode 61.
We're so old now.
So old.
Bye, everybody. Happy knitting.
Bye. Happy knitting.